Welcome back to News at Noon on ABC 36 News Now.
Hey friends, welcome back in. Well, let's talk the state of foster care in Kentucky. There are over 8,700 plus children in Kentucky foster care that need a safe, stable, and loving foster family, whether it's short or long term. So, how to become a foster parent in Kentucky? With us now, Lane Taylor, Program Director of NECCO. And Lane, appreciate you being here.
Thank you for having me.
Good to have this conversation because there are some misconceptions out there, but for starters, what are those qualifications that you're looking for a foster family?
Absolutely. So qualifications would include primarily all of our applicants have to be over 21 years of age.
Okay.
We do complete federal background checks on all of our parents just to vet our family properly.
Of course.
We also we do a financial assessment with our parents. We want to make sure that your current cost of living can be provided by your current income. Obviously, we know that costs increase whenever you get placements, but we want to make sure that your current cost of living can be covered prior to any per diem that we provide.
Excellent. Okay. Now, there are probably folks out there that may be qualified for this, but there's been some misconception or just that maybe this doesn't apply to my family or my particular situation. What are some of the more common ones you hear that you like to debunk?
Definitely. A main misconception that we hear is concerns over one's individual family makeup, whether they're single, they are married, or they're in a long-term relationship where they may not be married, or even if there are individuals in same-sex relationships and marriages. We'll get calls wondering if they qualify. We're happy to say that anyone in any of those situations can definitely be a foster parent as long as the previous mentioned qualifications are met.
Okay, so let's talk about that certification process. How long does that typically last? I mean, I'm sure it varies from case to case.
It can vary. We like to tell parents on average they can expect, we provide training weekly. You can have multiple trainings a week if you'd like. On average, to complete the process, we say 6 to 8 weeks. And for some people, that may seem a long way out, but genuinely it's not. For the training that you need to complete, you get medicals during that time, and we complete home visits with you prior to see the living environment, make sure it'd be suitable for children that would be possibly placed in your home. Okay.
For folks that are very interested in doing this, but for whatever reason may not be just quite ready to do it, are there other ways that our viewers can help the mission and help some of these thousands of kids that are looking for a home?
Absolutely. There are several ways that you can get involved. This time of year specifically, we actively seek out sponsors to sponsor our children for Christmas. We throw a end of the year kind of Christmas party for our children.
Nice.
And actually this year I'm happy to report we had an overflow of sponsors. We actually had over 100 sponsors. So we had sponsors to kind of keep on standby. Also for the Foster Care Council, they run a clothing bank for children that they set up to be like a consignment store. They can come in and go shopping on their own. So any donations of gently used clothes to them. Also, luggage is a big deal in foster care. Unfortunately, when children move between homes, unfortunately, they usually have to use trash bags for that, and that's not what we want. So we openly accept not new or gently used luggage to assist them between moves if they ever have to have one.
Excellent. Yeah, should never have to do that.
No, sir.
What's a good online resource for people to learn more about NECCO and to start the process?
So if one were to be interested, they can always contact us at 859-264-8796. Online, they can go to www.necco.org. And that has all of our information, the states that we service, and the individual offices within those states.
Okay, very good. And I'm just curious, what's the one thing you tell folks that when you're having those initial conversations, they say, my heart's telling me to do this, I want to do this, but there might be a bit of a intimidation or fear element there. What's your best advice to those folks?
My best advice is give it a try.
Okay.
It can be scary, it can be stressful, but give it a try. There are kids in our state that are in genuine need of families to love them, provide them stability, whether it's short-term or long-term, like you said earlier. But I think the homes that come into it with a little bit of nervousness are usually kind of where they should be, but it's allowing us as your team to help you feel more equipped and ready to go. And even after the licensure process, we're with you the whole way. You always have somebody, and that's our job, is to be your team while you help the youth that need it.
That's reassuring.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks to you and your team for what you're doing for our kids out there. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Appreciate it. Back after this. Stick around.